How's old Tan? I wanted to tell you about the bracket and the problems I had with it. Okay, the first thing I noticed when we tightened these all the way down with the spacers that were included, I was able to pull this off by hand like this and put it on by hand. It just so I took it to my shop and I cut 1/8 of an inch or so, 16th to 1/8 inch off these spacers, and I came back, remounted it to the extruded piece here, and what happens even if I get them tight, and this was doing this even when I had the original before I cut it, that these will angle, these pieces here will angle like this and still not hold really well. So we're having some issues getting this to be solidly connected to this extruded piece. Alright, the third problem I had is the distance. This bracket right here probably needs to be raised 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch higher where this L comes down here. When my original motor, when it was mounted on here, would be all the way out, like I would have this bracket all the way up like this, where the piece underneath barely contacted halfway, and would sometimes lean at this angle towards the table, but I was able to compensate for that. Now, the new motor, I noticed, has the acrylic piece on the bottom, acrylic shield on the bottom, and the distance I measured from it to the rubber on the wheel is about 1/4 of an inch. And here's the old motor. You can see the difference. This is about 1/2 an inch to 5/8 of an inch for the rubber, from the rubber to here. In the acrylic motor, it's only 1/4 of an inch. Now, when I mounted that on there originally, we had problems with it clearing the screws on the table. I probably might have been able to get it, but with the bracket, I would have been totally out of adjustment. It would have been, the bracket probably would have been leaning again like this. So what I had to do, I put my original bracket back on. I bolted one piece like this to it, and then I bolted the new motor bracket onto it like that to gain a little more height. So this acrylic piece down here will clear this screw right there. And that's the problems I have.